Just got a message from Twisted Page beyond Mama
Alright.
Elo. I love how you're rambling in the
Veteran
background.
man, I will bane you. Start the game. Alright, do we have the chat bans? Reread them real quick because my
Yes.
local recording was freaking out.
Okay. We have Wukong, Elise, Lulu, and Urgot. Very standard bands, exactly what you'd expect. Let's
Okay.
do this before people shoot us. Shank us, shiv us, whatever.
If they can reach us from that far away, I think they deserve to do it.
Just see that kind of like a ring.
I shouldn't
through
say
them.
that. We probably have like a couple of people who are like in like special ops and like the FBI or something like that. We're just gonna fire a tracer over our house to scare us.
Oh god. And I'm next to a window too with curtains, and it's dark out, and I can't see outside.
Wukong, Elise, Lulu, and Urgot were the chat bans. And let's see what our lobby bans are gonna be.
Yes.
Ah, my mouse. My mouse. All right.
Oh, that's so funny. You guys are, as like Twisted Fate Pomelo said, like, you two are just kind of like saying things, and I just rambling in the background about hot guys, and you guys just like ignoring, just like whatever. Good times.
Alright. Let's, okay. So, Wukong, durable champion, AoE airborne, armor reduction. They're all good to have. He's a little bit hard to kill, too. So,
Yes.
you can ban that guy. You mostly ban because his damage output in CC, he synchronizes well with all the rest of the AD champions that there are in the game, so you won't want them to be able to combo up like that. Especially, like, if you've seen, like, Wukong Vi, it's like, double armor break, bad. You want to avoid that, but his ultimate's way better than Vi's, so that's why he gets in bannable territory and she doesn't. Elise is just... she's just violent. She's, like, durable, can brawl a little bit, she's got a stun, she can jump into the sky, she has minions. Just, she's icky to fight. There's no good, simple approach to her unless you, like, catch her out. You get a hold of her in a fight and she just can play the position game and really do a lot of damage. And
Spiders are bad. You need to ban the spiders.
Lulu, movement speed, health increase, shield, lots of that stuff going around, makes her allies' hit points a lie. She's really fast, she slows people, great supporting character. Glitter Lance, multiple target. It's a line effect. It can put out some poke as well, and she's hard to deal with. You try and focus her, health increase. You try and focus someone else, health increase. It's like, can you please let me kill people? Lulu doesn't let you kill people because she's a nice, considerate individual. And then Urgot, lastly. Urgot is a powerful bottom lane character. He also works pretty well up in the top lane. He's really harass resistant because of Terra Capacitor. You try and get into a poke war with him, it's not going to work out as long as he camps that Terra Capacitor cooldown. Because he can poke his head out, take that damage, and you can't. You just get hit, and your health goes down. And he gets hit, but his health stays the same. Not good. You can also set up ganks in a big way with the position reverser, and use it to pull priority targets, out of the fight to different positions and things like that. Ulting Wukong, get out! You're not going to airborne anybody, that's not going to happen. And there's a lot of good plays that can come out of that. And he's just hard to kill, he's bulky. He's got some heft. It takes a whole weird crab apparatus to keep that guy afloat. So, you gotta be able to put out a lot of DPS, get him down. And it's just easier to ban him out than to have to deal with him. Now we're seeing Amumu, Kastan, Nidalee, Jace, Kha'Zix, and Evelynn. If you saw Jace in that last game, you know why you banned Jace. Just 3 AA kill Kha'Zix, just outright. That's all she wrote. Jace is ready for war, man. He's got his hammer in his hand and his IE, and he's ready to go. And Kastan, extremely high mobility, does a lot of damage. He's hard to catch, hard to control. He's just great at interrupting and harassing and just being a hassle and not letting you capture things. Yeah. And he, later on in the game, he can stack up that Rift Walk, drop a charge on people, slow everyone's silence target of opportunity, because silence lasts a really long duration. So you gotta watch out for that. And Kastan's just a nightmare because you can't control him. It takes multiple champions coordinating CC to control Kastan. And the amount of effort that takes is just more than any team really ever wants to deal with. You can do it. You can have, a couple characters, chain and stagger CCs on him long enough to kill him, but that's also CC that's not getting applied to other people, and that's just a lot of work. So, no. Kha'Zix can jump over walls that other people can't. In Dominion, does insane single target damage, very good at bursting characters down, good at finishing people that are running away. You ban him, because he's gonna eat you. Amumu, difficult to unseat from a tower, lots of AoE damage, percent damage especially, is rough, and you can get spamming with that bandage toss with a little bit of cooldown reduction. Nidalee, amazing poke, amazing poke. Her poke is so good it has to be stated twice, because she can force people off turrets alone if she just lands a couple of spears. Add Blackfire Torch on top of that, it's really nasty, plus she comes with a heal, which help her people sustain in fights. And Evelynn, that's just kind of a preference thing. Evelyn, you can deal with Evelyn. You can get Sweeper, Grezes, things like that. But the way that she can just kind of jump out and kill people, and the fact that she's also really fast, you can ban her out, get rid of her, not have to deal with any of that stuff. You don't have to worry about the countability. You don't have to worry about being scared of walking outside of your base. You don't have to worry about any of that.
Yeah, she's a nasty hoe. You don't want to deal with her. Commander People has picked Rumble. I just want to reference back to the Community versus Writers games that happened earlier today. I think they're in the videos if you guys want to check them out after the tournament's done. And we saw Commander People's... what's his other name again? I'm gonna forget now. Whatever. But he was playing Rumble, and I think he got like 26 kills or something in the span of this game.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. It was pretty rough. You want to talk about the picks real quick?
Sure. On Team Jellynecks is their name now. We have Teemo getting picked. Teemo brings a lot of map control with his mushrooms, and they're also really high damage mushrooms too. They with Blackfire Torch, they also deal % health damage. Teemo, not the best at team fighting, however, the amount of jungle control that it brings to your team, just making the whole jungle a minefield, is just totally worth it. Really nasty, that one. Jarvan is a really solid tanky DPS champion. He has a lot of utility that he can also bring to his team. He has an attack speed increase. He has a knock-up. He also has a terrain creation thing that happens. A Ring of Earth, and it's great. Rumble, super tanky AP mage. We saw him against the Rioters game, so yeah, super tanky. He also has a really low cooldown equalizer, which deals a lot of damage and stuff. He's really good. We see Karma getting picked by Sauron. Karma, I think, is really good. She's a really good champion. She has a shield, lots of utility that she can offer. She also has pretty decent damage, and she also has a lot of sustain through her W tether if she uses her Banter Charge for it. Lee Sin, also another solid bruiser. He's really difficult to take down because of how sturdy he is, but also how much mobility he has. He also has a bit of the Jarvan thing going on, whereas a tanky DPS champion, he also just offers so much utility to his team. He has the potential for an AoE knockup, he has a knockback, he has AoE slows and attack speed slow, he just kind of gets everything. There's really no downside to that champion. I think he's like the tanky DPS mage carry burst tank thing that just people...
It's a very precise technical term.
Just people are very angry about him. They don't like him. Pantheon, we see Pantheon, very solid early and mid-game. Great AD caster. He has a lot of high damage. And I know that Siva Calvin loves to gank bot with Pantheon a lot too. Because I played against him that one round and I was bot lane and it wasn't nice. But Pantheon, great champion. He also offers a lot of map presence with his ultimate. Gandair mentioned earlier that his ultimate isn't so much a gap closer as it is a map shortener. Because he is there, defending the point when we didn't think he would be. Wowix is playing Kale. Kale might be going bot lane, might be going top lane. Either way, Kale offers a lot of utility as well. She has her ultimate that makes you invulnerable for 3 seconds. She has an AoE ranged attack, and she also has a massive slow with her Q. Her movement speed increase is also really good, and it can help other champions out, such as Pantheon or Garen, who might have a little bit of difficulty with dealing with kiters, such as Rumble, who can kite, or Karma, who also has a lot of kiting ability. We see Annie getting picked as well. Annie is a really solid AP champion. She's actually surprisingly durable for a little girl. Her fire shield makes her really tanky. It also makes her a bad target to kind of focus for her because she bites back with it. She has a stun that she can use. She's kind of a stun bot, an AP stun bot. Her damage is pretty impressive. She's short range, so it's kind of firmly disadvantaged there, but overall she's a really solid AP champion. Personally, I prefer Brand, but I think Brand's ultimate is bugging out lately, so that's why people have been kind of avoiding that champion. And the last 2 champions are Maokai. Maokai is probably going to go bot lane as Krog. Maokai is a really good stalemate bot laner. He has really high base damages, and he also has a lot of interruption and just a lot of disruption abilities. His ultimate also helps reduce damage in team fights. Really solid champion overall. And then finally, Garen. Garen's a really solid tanky DPS champion. He has a silence. He has an execution ultimate, which does have really high cooldown. However, Garen's durability in combination with his silence and just high damage makes him a really good asset to any team. So yeah, that's the picks.
Okay. So, Jellynecks versus Cheese Enema. It's Pepperjack. It took us many, many, many weeks before they would tell us what it was. But Jellynecks versus Cheese Enema, and I can't take the name Jellynecks, I can't hear that without seeing... Imagining Mr. Fantastic, whipping his head back and forth on, the end of his really stretchy neck. Just like the same way like a heavy metal singer will do the headbang thing, but with his neck. I picture that. Or them like standing still and it being like graphical glitches from like some old school video games where it like flips out and like goes all over the place all crazy. At, like weird angles and stuff. I don't know. Jellynecks, that name just is odd. But that is the team.
It just reminds me of neckbeards. Anytime I think of it, I just think of really gross
remotely like that.
I don't know.
You have weird associations, sir.
It's true. I did improv and I had to do weird stuff like that. It was fun though. But it kind of screwed up my thinking for a while. People can't really follow my train of thought very often.
Maybe you should put your train on actual tracks rather than just going around the country on a flatbed truck.
But that's so much more fun that way.
It's ruined your gas mileage, man. Alright, just to remind everyone, this is the DominateDominion.com League of Legends Dominion tournament number 53. We've just broken 1 year of competitive Dominion gameplay. We've been doing this every single Saturday for 53 weeks straight. That's pretty cool. I've been here for a whole bunch of them, and so is my co-caster Genericke. And if you guys want to be here for more of them, you go ahead and follow the Twitch stream. The one that you're watching right now, click the follow button, and you'll get updates when we go live. We do some gameplay and things during the week, as well as the tournament that we do here on Saturdays. The tournaments are free to enter. Go to Mobifier. Dominate Dominion 54 is next week. They're free to enter. You're probably going to play Dominion anyway. Why not have a chance at winning some RP? Maybe get your game cast and be like, hey man, dude, I play competitive Dominion. I think I know what I'm talking about. You're completely allowed to use that in arguments with other people about Dominion gameplay. That's totally fine. We also have an in-game chat channel down here in this lower left-hand corner. You see this right here, Dominate Dominion. You want to hang out with us other 200 guys? Well, I'll tell you what, go to this bottom right corner over here, click View Chat Room's control panel, go up, click Create or Join a Chat Room, and you type in the words Dominate Dominion, and then you hit Enter, and it pops you right up over here into this channel, and you can hang out with us. We do in-houses, a bunch of people stream, stream links get linked there all the time, and you can auto-join the chat channel by clicking the button up in the upper right corner and clicking auto-join on startup.
We're good people. You guys should totally join the chat.
I just had someone PM me unblockers, and I'm like, oh, right. I blocked them too hardcore.
Just kind of compensating for all those times that they weren't blocked.
Okay.
So like even now in the chat loading screen, you're gonna block those summoner spells. They're gonna be kind of like on the edge of their seats trying to figure out what's up there.
That's a great idea. Loading the game and they're blocked on the side too. The game where there's no summoner spells. You sort of given me a great idea. I'm gonna make that overlay now, and the chat is gonna go insane.
I'm so sorry, you guys. I didn't mean to give them ideas.
It's all Genericke's fault.
Let's go over the teams really quickly. On Jellynecks, we have Nidorari Man playing Lee Sin, Talithpie playing Teemo, Commander Peoples playing Rumble, Nyx87 playing Jarvan, and Nyx87 told me that if I was a kitten, he would cuddle with me all day, and Nyx is really awesome and a cool guy too, and you guys should totally watch his stream on DominateDominion when he does that, whenever
it's
he does
on Wednesday nights, guys. Check it out right here on this stream.
And then Sauron is playing Karma.
And over on the other team is going to be Cheese Enema. It is going to consist of Sifu Calvin playing as Pantheon, Wowix playing as Annie, Krog playing as Maokai, MMKH playing as Garen, and Lurch playing as Kale. I am one half of your casters for this evening. I am Gandair of the gaming clan, Vato Clan, and casting with me this week is...
Generic of just being awesome and doing random stuff.
Man, that's a really good title. I should take that. The Eye of Sauron is watching.
Ooh, that's kind of intimidating. I hope they have the One Ring.
I'm scared now, man.
Just throw it at their Nexus and it'll instantly explode.
Alright, so it looks like we're going to have Kale going down into the bottom lane there, and it looks like we're going to have Sauron going down to the other bottom lane there.
I love that Karma animation. It looks like she's just doing a bunch of butt slaps. It's awesome.
Let's get that off the screen, then. Oops.
Well,
Karma, that's inappropriate.
There's so many great inappropriate champion animations if you like spam whatever.
Anything weird in the items? J4 going for the Grez's first, but that's probably just for the vision up top.
Yeah. Nothing too outstanding. We see Commander Peoples with the biscuit again, like we saw against the Riot games.
Well, you gotta get that Kadur, man.
know, he got 26 kills, so it's probably just because of that biscuit. Biscuits are OP.
Check out some running animations, guys.
It's a good time.
It skips a little when I'm fully zoomed in, though. I don't like that. I have a really good graphics card.
What's interesting is we actually saw Teemo and Lee Sin both capping a turret at the same time.
Pantheon is activated. Rumble's on fire. I'm not sure how I feel about that. There's a Teemo. Teemo gives amazing map control, but it can be mitigated these days a little bit with some Hextech Sweepers and some Grez's Lanterns around. With that trap protection. They're really trying. Shizum is really trying to get a hold of this point. Garen activating that movement speed. Oh, J4's got something to say about that. This is why J4 is in charge of the country and you're not, Garen. Garen, get away from the point.
Lots of poking, just no real aggression yet. Both teams are a little bit too nervous to engage on each other because they know whoever engages is going down. Really risky, trying to get a little bit more poking before they just go all in. It's quite the dance that's going on.
Teemo's up there. He's waiting.
Invisible.
He's hungry for something.
He looks cute, but he's a killer.
Oh, Annie knew. Wowix knew. And Pantheon's able to get over the wall and jump on top.
Oh my goodness.
One spear shot away from disaster. Not going to be able to connect.
But Nyx was able to respond in kind, but Nyx is going to pay for it. However, they do manage to take down Garen as well, so they're 3 for 3 top lane. But it looks like Team Jellynecks is a little bit lower than she's Enema. And Teemo has to back off. Man taking a lot of damage there too. Commander Peoples is coming in, and we see Siva Calvin taking a lot of damage. Commander Peoples manages to take him down, but Commander Peoples is probably going to pay for it. Goes down as well. MMKH trying to go in, trying to take down the low Nidoran man and top PA, but is unable to do so. However,
a great scout right there
yes,
by Wowix in that engagement.
MMKH, he's the creator of the flowchart, so we might see a lot of bot lane ganks this game. In fact, I can bet you we're going to see quite a few. And we see one now coming from Gandair, trying to get Sauron.
Sifu Calvin coming down here. Does he want to start a fight with Karma? Karma doesn't want to have a fight started with her. Spear shot into Heartseeker Strike into walking away. And
that dress was practical. Top lane, we see an engagement. Nidoran Man manages to get onto Wowix, however, Krog is there to respond. We see the Equalizer come down from Commander Peoples. Nidoran Man taking a lot of damage from Wowix, however, they're going to back off. Not too much going on. We see MMKH coming in, however, Lee Sin kicks him in the teeth, gets him away.
That kick.
Talithia taking a lot of damage from Pantheon, however, Pantheon taking damage from Lee Sin as well. They both go down, so we're 3 for 3 right now. Commander Peoples trying to chase them.
MMKH run over that mushroom right there. I love that offensive mushroom. Teemo. That's one thing that separates the good Teemo players from the great Teemo players. The one that know how to use the mushrooms in the fight, as opposed to just laying them around the map. Point did get neutralized up here by J4 and the minions though, but looks like Shizum's team is going to get back in control of the point.
Really good job for them. They kind of poked each other down, responded in kind, and they managed to get this point. Both scores right now are very even. Jellynecks is lagging behind by about 40 or so points. But once again, it's definitely anyone's game. A lot of the champions that Jellynecks picked as well are a lot stronger late game. Like Teemo, once he gets full cooldown reduction, and once he can really get the whole jungle with mushrooms, really lights things up.
Uh-oh, Talith freaking PA over by the Speed Shrine.
Yeah, just to see Pantheon, but he just kind of stays there, stone-faced. They know.
They know now. Teemo's been activated, and he's retreating. Don't stand in that! Krog, I was pretty scared. Top into the map, though. Cataclysm into Pantheon. Defending the point up here. Now, the teammates down here, Maokai and Annie, really don't have a way to kind of cross this line unless the fight moves back, which it has now, thankfully. It's going to give Annie a way to get up into the fight there. And she immediately got to turn her attention to Commander Peoples, knowing that Peoples is capable of doing all the damage, only escaping with 44 health there, just barely getting out of that fight. It's one Tibbers away from... Yes!
Oh! Good job, Wowix.
It's awesome, Tibbers time.
And Tibbers eating that mushroom because Annie doesn't care. Tibbers will
one disintegrate. Nope. Guess she couldn't quite get into range. That disintegrate. But look at all these minions. Annie the money. Annie the money. Doesn't quite have enough damage yet to kill them all.
Annie, that's more than your weekly allowance. Get it.
You could buy those new rollerblades, Annie. And Tibbers beating up on those now.
Volley looks kind of stale right now. Sauron and Lurch just kind of going at it, but
Now
not
see,
really
this
that crazy.
mushroom, ow, Civic Calvin ruined it, but that gave just enough room to see the people that walk path right by the speed shrine here. So that was a very good placement of that. Let them see what's going on without having to risk getting popped, using it kind of like a ward. Civic Calvin ran out of hit points.
Good job from Team Jellynecks. It looks like, yes, Teemo's map control is trying to get a little bit stronger now. Not quite at critical mass yet, but definitely strong enough that they managed to catch that Pantheon. And they're going to make a play for this top point.
Now, Annie is by herself up here. And that's not very good, because there's Teemo on one side, a J4 on one side, and she doesn't have a Tibbers right now. And is she going to throw it down? Yes, but it's not quite enough damage to kill Talent PA. Buys enough time for Krog to get up there, and with the Maelstrom down, he's going to be able to delay for a little while, but is he going to be able to delay for Annie and Pantheon to get back up to the tower? Krog's mana goes down a little bit every second that this is up, so he's got to be a little bit careful right there. The point does get neutralized, fighting inside the circle. It finally goes down. They all get very, very low. Now, is Annie and Pantheon, or are Annie and Pantheon rather, Pantheon coming down, and the safeguard out, but he still managed to catch him.
So much damage from Equalizer. Oh my goodness.
Rumble.
All four of them so low, but they managed to respond to Pantheon really well.
Rumble's pretty scared, and he only has 2 items right now.
I'm just wondering what's going on with Rumble, because, like, all the sides are there. They're just kind of crazy OP, but no one really seems to know how to play him.
I tried to play Rumble.
He's hard.
I have no idea how that guy works. I guess that's the reward for me. He's safeguard to the mushroom. What? That's not nice. Wowwick's getting forced back away from the fight. Talus PA chasing, but getting beat up by MMKH along the way, which now frees up Annie to turn around and do some damage. Nope, Lee Sid instead has gotten a hold of her, as keeping her back out of the fight. And she really can't make war with someone stuck to her like that. Uh-oh,
poor Annie, she's a little getting chased by the creepy blind old man.
She gets time to get her cooldowns back, though. Lee Sin turning away from her to go after somebody else, bought her enough time to safely wait for her cooldowns to come back up, turn around, and re-engage in the fight.
See Pantheon trying to get onto Teemo. A little bit of aggression here, but it's not really going to be anything too crazy.
Denial right there. Civic Calvin making sure he stepped on that first. A little bit of reactive mushroom there, not really going to do anything though. Down the bottom lane. I
want to see how much gold they have right now, because that's a real chiller.
Sauron's about 300 gold ahead down the bottom lane.
Nothing too crazy, so it looks like the bot lane matchup has been really even. Both of them 0-0-0. All the action has been top lane. Bot lane's just been kind of a stalemate.
The bottom lane is one of the most important things in the game, because if you do not have a consistent bottom lane, everything that you've tried to do up top just falls apart.
It's true. I've said this many times before. Everyone thinks that the windmill's the most important point, but in my opinion, it's both of the bottom points that are the most important ones.
Yeah, you've got to keep that bottom in. Uh-oh, Nyx A7 going, nice equalizer!
Beautiful equalizer.
By Commander Peoples right now. Everyone takes tons of damage from that right there. Garen goes down, but so does J4. Peoples, though, there's not a lot of follow-up to that. A great equalizer into really not connecting with that much damage afterwards, because they took so much burst during that time right there. Teemo, no, probably not going to get that kill on. Oh, wow, barely getting that kill on Sifu. Did not quite think it would tick for that much, but looks like they were successful right there. And Annie's going to come up top and get paid.
That team fight, what happened there, though, was Maokai managed to throw his ult down in a really advantageous position. And they fought the entire time instead of Maokai's ultimate, so they managed to negate a lot of the damage that they did while putting out full damage of their own. So I think that kind of pushed the team fight in their favor.
Oh, wow, this is pretty scary up here. Lee Sin, right there. Nope, Annie's got it under control. J4 shutting her down, using the entire ultimate to kill that low hit point Annie. Venn diagram is activated. Talith Pay being chased by MMKH right there. Nyx goes in, takes him down. And now, there's another airborne right there. Talith PA just taunting people. Nyx turning around and airborning him at the most opportune moment, too, to enable that extra damage from Teemo to get in there. Now, Krog has to retreat from this top point, and it looks like they're... Remember, he does have those saplings, so you can't just kind of stand there, because he will keep harassing you off that point. There's a twisted advance. Oh, switch places. And Krog still alive right there. Not going to get another sapling off in time to interrupt Nyx, unfortunately, though. Which means that Annie is going to have to break off from that, because she's not going to be able to really do anything. Oh, Annie, you need more DPS. Her auto attacks are not terribly strong. One time I hit for 2.
Did take like Ferrado attacks to take down a single mushroom or egg?
I've had to take 6 before. Those things are not to be trifled with. And then J4 comes along and hits it once. It's like, oh, well. See Talithpay with the Scout Mushroom again, that little radius. We'll see people when they walk by, so they'll know when people are heading up to the top. And putting one on that Health Relic as well right there. Top of the map, MKH trying to make a play right there. Sifu and MKH teaming up on Teemo right there. But remember, Sifu Calvin does have the ability to be interrupted during that Heartseeker strike, though. So against J4, it's not quite as effective as it could be. And they do manage to shut down Teemo right there. However, MMKH, maybe gonna escape. No, courage, not quite. Damage reduction enough to keep him alive right there. Safeguard negative Netherram, and a little bit of extra health, and he needs to stay alive just a tad longer right there. But all it is just one Disintegrate could take him down, but I don't think Annie can get close enough. Oh, the Sapling! Sapling says, no, Lee Sin. You're not allowed.
These team fights have been so close. It's always just like one person kind of deciding things in the end. We do see Maokai coming in with the ultimate. Warwick's is channeling the point, however. Next comes down with the ultimate onto Annie to stop her.
Oh, that's not nice.
Gets the Garrison.
Offensive and defensive Garrison going down at the same time. Offensive Garrison to reduce damage that the tower deals. Defensive Garrison to protect the capture rate on it. And Talithpay getting burned alive right there by Annie. But Sifu Calvin jumping into the fight to turn around and take down High Peoples. And you really want to limit High Peoples if you can. If the performance that he had any earlier on in today's games was any indication of his ability as Rumble, he's a person that you really don't want to let him get going.
This windmill has just been getting exchanged so frequently. Like, these team fights have been awesome. We see Jarvan coming in, manages to knock up Sifu Calvin, and we see Krog coming in. The Equalizer comes down, Krog also plays down his ultimate right where the Equalizer is to reduce all of that damage. He might use it to kind of stop the cap here. We see them trying to get the point. Sifu Calvin goes down and Krog goes down. However, Wowix is there to respond. The point's going to get neutralized though, and Wowix is also going to go down. Oh no, he won't. I'm wrong. Lee Sin went down.
Uh-oh, Wowix, that's High Peoples. You're silenced. Wowix, don't do it! I'm scared! Wowix is going to beat up that mushroom. No, Pantheon's going to get the KB on the mushroom. I want to see a mushroom's killed counter against Teemo.
That'd be satisfying.
Top.
No, I hate Teemo so much. I really hope Garen ults him, because any Garen ults onto a Teemo is just so satisfying.
We will see if he's going to do that.
Yes!
He's going to throw it down.
No!
But it didn't kill him.
Died.
Just barely alive. 22 hit points right there. And paper-thin engagements at this top part of the map. Krog doesn't have anything on that. However, in the bottom lane, though, Sauron... No, Wowix, that's not the right direction. Threw away the stun into the bushes and did not connect. Karma moved out just right beforehand.
Oh, I remember the game that I casted. I think it was Field of Vive against Choose Enema as well, in like DominateDominion number 49 or something. And that was back when Warwick was doing his weird Shaco thing. So this time they're actually doing like a not really weird team comp. And the match is a lot more even this time.
So I'm going for more Pen with that Blackfire Torch. Blackfire Torch with Equalizer is a lot of damage. The Graveling right there, checking things out, making sure that they know exactly what's going on. Nice Safeguard out. XA7 stepping up. The sweeper effect goes off. And chasing them now, they're falling back right onto the Equalizer. Good layout. Boxing them in on top of it, too.
Oh, man.
Right there. Wowix low on health, but has plenty of mana to keep fighting. Pantheon with a triple kill right there. And they might be able to make something out of this if they just deal with Talith. That's dealt with. That's dealt with. Sifu, no!
No! Oh, no. That's the worst.
Well, now. Every single kill in that fight was Talithpay and Sifu Calvin. No exceptions.
Oh my god, poor Pantheon.
That was sadness right there.
That's awesome, though.
And that's why you Grezes it before you walk on it. Oh, he didn't have a Grezes. Oh well, that's unfortunate for him.
So I have to say that play back there, even though they lost the team fight, I was really impressed with Jarvan trapping the entire enemy team onto Rumble's Equalizer.
Yeah, that was a really good move. It forced them to take all of that damage. No one really runs Flash into minions, so you don't have a simple way to escape. And just looking at their characters, none of them have any way to escape unless Pantheon as a target can jump to outside of it. Down the bottom lane, things kind of broken up all sorts of different directions. Another equalizer dropping down, mostly for Civil Calvin right there, but it prevents the other guys from like engaging easily because it does have that slow on top of it. So it can be used to zone, especially with the cooldown that it has. MKH gets interrupted right there with the airborne, but Nyx dove past to get the interrupt on the tower and prolong the fight even more, making sure that Wowix couldn't get any capture in on it. And he's throwing down the Tibbers, though, starting to turn this fight around right there. Gets J4 and helps kill Lee Sin, excuse me, and helps kill J4 as well.
Meanwhile, Teemo, top lane.
Meanwhile, damn it, Teemo.
You douchebag.
Teemo happened, guys. He's happening right now.
Teemo's so frustrating. Like, you can just imagine Talent just on the screen, just like grinning, like ear to ear. Yeah. I'm annoying. You gotta deal with it.
His cat just bats his Archie occasionally. There's like a little toy spider that dangles over it. So Calvin taking some damage from that mushroom. MMKH got courage to mitigate that. A little, wow, that's, oh god, MMKH, stop doing, MMKH, no! Why? Every 3 in a row, mushroom combo.
Oh, no.
MMKH gets a free trip back to the summoner platform. However, this does have the benefit of disabling the wards effectively, because now they're not going to have that extra vision, even though MMKH did die in the process. Krauog throwing down that Maelstrom right there. Wowix trying to hang back, and oh, the Cataclysm boxing him onto the ult once again. Netherman uses the Sonic Wave to get right on through in there and be able to connect.
Something that I'm noticing from She's Enema is that they only have one vision item. I think Annie is the only one with her Hextech Sweeper to see these things, whereas they could probably use a little bit more, like maybe with a Lantern from Pantheon, or another Sweeper from Maokai, something like that. So I don't think Annie is really
control vision over these bushes right here to see who's crossing the speed shrine and when. A7 up at the top. Nope, gonna dash through back up to the point. MKH diving straight through for Talith PA is gonna try and drive him out of the fight, but they're reacting to that and fighting with MKH. And MKH is a pretty durable character. However, being caught outside of Maokai's ult is not very good for him. Wowix is trying to chip away at people though. Gets the stun off on Nyx A7 though, but looks like it's gonna have to retreat from the fight. And Krauog is still alive because Maelstrom is really good.
That ultimate is so deceitfully strong. So many people have no clue how to use it, but if you position it correctly, it does so much. Like a 20% damage reduction is so crazy for team fights. We do see Talent getting picked out. Yes! Teemo died.
Very unfortunate for Teemo right there. And oh, the equalizer again! I'm gonna bind that to my equals key.
My goodness.
Okay, Talent
Let's
just
get 45
back on the map,
seconds cooldown on the equalizer. So low.
Little ghosts right there. What? Where did the ghosts come from? Aye, that's different. Cataclysm goes down, boxes Wowix, and MKH turns that into a blender there, and gets kicked out though, like by something there. And now Krauog is just gonna play delay. Like, look how much damage, look how long it's taking to take him down.
Oh my goodness.
He turned into a...
Ooh, bot lane. I feel so bad because we always are so bad at following the bot lane, but we see that Lurch was able to get the bot lane from Sauron.
Which is good,
which was very impressive. Because Cheese Enema needs the point, because top lane is currently Teemo's reaching critical mass, and they're having a lot more difficulty winning those fights now.
Teemo is reaching critical mass, and Rumble is a nuclear fusion reactor.
Pretty much. We do see them hurrying back to top lane. Cheese Enema is not really in a good position right now to kind of take the point. However, they're all rushing to the top for another team fight, getting ready for something to happen.
And it does have that stun active. She is going to use it on Nyx right there. Get a little bit of damage in on him. Uh-oh, Lee Sin is tagged her. He can see exactly what's going on right here. Annie versus Lee Sin. We'll see if the teammates, yes, their allies are going to collapse onto that. But she gets kited. Annie gets kited right back into his team.
Gets caught out. So this is something that I see from a lot of bot laners, where they always stick bot, but every now and then if they can sneak top and kind of help out, it's good. Sauron, I know, is really good for doing that.
This is definitely one way to make the plays there. Krauog up here by himself now, and he doesn't really have much on that.
I love how Nidoran and Talspia just kind of go back mid-fight while Krauog is just kind of slowly going down. Like, yeah, I have no time for this.
Down the bottom, let's take a look at the gold real quick once again, and oh! No, it's about only about 150 heads, so it's still pretty even down here. Though
Not too
Sauron is
crazy,
slightly ahead. Oh, that reckoning, that safeguard. And you see right there what happened. Sauron was over here dealing with minions. He saw that his teammate was there, walked up here, gave Lee Sin a safeguard target so that Lee could safeguard out. That's a good teammate right there.
Yeah,
Sauron
very,
having that
very good
awareness
play.
and understanding the mechanics of the other champions on his team. Middle of the map, Wowix got low on health, has to retreat a little bit. Up at the top, MKH might be getting caught right there. Nope, rocket, second rocket connects. Now the rockets are on cooldown. And they're looking for a
lot of
spot to
dancing around,
engage
yeah.
here.
Lots of dancing around. They're a little bit too nervous to kind of start a fight. Right now, Jellynecks has a really good position, so much jungle control. Kale managing to take down Lee Sin. So right now it's 4v3 for Chief Enema. And he is a little bit low, so she has to be careful. However, they're smart. They will be able to engage on them. Misses the ult. Granny.
Tibber, it's bunny violence. The bunnies are not friends.
So much animal abuse, my goodness.
Cage getting chipped away slowly by high peoples there. The equalizer goes down at the top, and a defensive garrison on top of that. They really don't want that tower going anywhere right now. And Netherrealm Man, Commander Peoples, kind of being zoned back away. Maokai getting the cap in on that point. The equalizer is down now, so they are able to pick that up. However, Sauron found the bottom lane. He brought a map and compass and knew exactly where to go to be able to pick that up.
Was he a Guardian Angel on Kale? It's a long time since I've seen Guardian Angel on Dominion.
Kale, don't stand in that. Kale, I'm scared. Sauron is trying to kite Kale over that. And that's exactly what they want. You might have an idea of what's going on.
Not enough time. Sauron doing a really good job of trying to bait Lurch into the mushroom. Wasn't quite able to, and they're going to get their point back again. But lots of baiting, lots of back and forth there, and a huge delay.
Great there goes the CV, reveals all of this right here. Make sure that they can see exactly what's happening and have vision into both of these bushes. It's a very good spot to throw down the CV at.
Blue team's Nexus is at 25% health.
Ow! The little ghosts! I don't know what those are from, they'll tell me later. Sifu Calvin getting airborne right there. Uh-oh. Wowix getting boxed in by J4. There's nowhere to go except back to the summoner platform. And it's going to leave them completely free to take that top point, because I don't think Krog can get there in time to delay. He's going to try to. With Timo chipping away at him, we'll see. Oh, his Garrison was up too!
Awesome stuff. Garrison, that's the summoner spell.
Now he's up there at the top. He's got a little bit of that heal going on. Had that ult for a little while, but he just got chipped down too low by Timo on the way, or he would have been able to delay for much longer on that point.
Poor Talithia getting caught out.
Timo got seen.
Shut down.
Which do I mean? Poor Timo. He deserved it.
Timo's so easy, even a caster can go on a 15-game win streak. He's a very forgiving champion to play because of his move speed. Forgiving, also safe is another word that I would use, because he can really back out of fights, he can really skirt the edge of things, and he's really, really good at staying alive. And if you play him like that, he's a very, very effective champion as long as you keep him alive. But if he does get caught, as you saw there, Timo was also very, very easy to kill. That's the downside.
I want to see more ghouls from him, though. The item that produces the ghouls is Twin Shadows. It's an item that gives ability power, magic resistant, move speed.
Ooh, that's kind of
It's pretty decent. Yeah, it's a really cool item, kind of nifty. It's mostly bottom supports and Summoner's Drift. You see it every now and then on Dominion, but not too often.
So Calvin getting slow right there. Oh, Lurch tagging Netherrealm Man, and the damage from Kale. Kale is angered. Gets kicked back, turns around, starts heading back for Talith PA and Nyx over there, while Sifu and MKH deal with Sauron and Commander Peoples. And it looks like they were able to get rid of Timo, but no one else. The Cataclysm goes down, boxes Krog in the center of the map right there. And Kale is all that stands between them and rampantly capping everything on the map.
Awesome 5v5 team fight. We see Jellynecks coming out on top.
Day.
That was awesome. Jellynecks really good team fight that happened there. Even though Rumble missed his ultimate with his equalizer, they were still able to turn that around really well and come out on top. And just like the last game, Rumble, his score is so crazy. 15-6-23. That champion just has so much potential.
Pantheon coming down the bottom lane right here. They're gonna try to go for the back cap and the kill on Sauron. It looks like they're able to get the damage in on it and take him down, but Netherman and Sifu Calvin are going to get into a fight. And I would say Lee Sin's going to have the advantage in this fight because he, well, I'm completely wrong. Sifu Calvin destroys Lee Sin, and he's got to get the cap on this point in order to stop the clock.
So close. Oh my goodness, they're gonna neutralize it. Such a nail biter.
But, oh, they got the top point too.
They got top and bot.
Clock stopped at 6. He's trying to use the minions to get that capture the rest of the way, and is successful down there. Cataclysm gets blown on him, though.
They do manage to get that point back. Beautiful play by Pantheon, though. He knew he didn't have to keep capping and kind of started beating up on Jabin for a bit. While the minions kept capping it. Next, trying to beat up the rest of the minions, but wasn't quite able to, and they managed to get the point in their favor. So close and intense.
6 points left. If they lose a point, they're completely screwed because there is physically not enough time left to recapture a point if they lose one. Unless they have 3 or more people capping with minions, then they can turn around one in 5 seconds. That's a pretty big if.
Those ghosts are coming out. They're reaching for you.
They don't do any damage, do they?
No, they just kind of reveal you and slow you down.
Okay. They're like little scouts. That's kind of cool. And there's a pause.
This is exciting.
Is this Wowix's internet again?
A summoner has disconnected.
Oh,
it's
he's
never
Rari
been
Man
this
disconnected. He's probably watching too much hentai.
It's possible. That is a thing that can happen.
Why is he so upset? Oh well, whatever. I want to look over the edit builds.
Look at this map position. Krauag is in a really good spot to be able to get up top and delay if they decide to make a play for up there. However, if his people get annihilated in the middle of the map, that's not going to work out so well. Krauag is the only one left on that team with the revive, by the way, so his use of that is going to be absolutely vital in them staying into this game. On the other side of the map, Lee Sin might get his up later on, but only Rumble looks like he has his active right now. And Rumble is the scary one, because Rumble does have that movement speed through the Scrap Shield, I think, or whatever it's called. The thing that gives him his extra...
Scrap Shield, you're right.
Is that it?
You're
Yes!
good.
I got it! I learned a thing.
Gandair, you're so good.
Man, how do I do that? I'm
Yes,
going to
equalize
resize
that
the
too.
minimap on here. I can't move my cursor because it's Hodor. If you're moving your cursor when the game gets paused, it gets locked into place. I can't do anything, guys.
I wish in the spectators we could just kind of like look around, but I guess it's to kind of prevent like an
Venny
advantage.
13, Gandair is one half of your casters. So I'm going to do a quick intro for you for people just caught up to the game.
Sure. I am Generic.
Woo.
I do things. I play Dominion. I'm good at Dominion. I get matched with people and I play in tournaments. And
I can't move my cursor. It's stuck to the middle. It keeps resetting its position. So I actually can't tab out to DD chat or anything else. Anything else like that to check what's going on. I've got no way to see. I can read the Twitch chat and because that's on my other monitor, but that's all I've got. So, no, it still stays stuck. Yeah, I've had this error before.
A summoner has reconnected.
There we go.
Yeah.
Nope, middle mouse not working. But there we go, Netherman is back.
So Yassar was saying he rage quit.
Nope, 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 nope.
Are they gonna do it?
Finals is after this.
Let's see. They're ready.
My camera's gonna freak out when this comes back,
Alright.
though, by the way.
3, 2, 1. Yeah.
Oh man, I managed to stop before it went too crazy that time. Cool.
Nice.
Middle of the map right here, both teams kind of hanging out by the speed shrine. Now Krog has that revive, and so does Commander Peoples. And Peoples with the revive is pretty scary, but Krog with the revive is also able to delay a lot too. So we'll see how that plays out as the rest of this game goes on.
Well, in Lurch versus Sauron, we saw that Lurch actually got Sauron extremely low and was able to push him out
Talith,
of it.
that's not nice. See Sifu Calvin tries to get right strike. They know he's somewhere, but they don't know exactly where. He's just in an area where he has the ability to just turn around and make a play. And Cage starting that fight with Commander Peoples right there. And there goes Talith trying to get Sifu right there. Where is Sifu Calvin going? Looks like he's jumping
Bot lane.
down to the bottom lane down there because Kale had been defeated by Lee Sin. And that's a really bad situation to be in. Oh, Sauron, you're a jerk.
Beautiful. That's a great play. It looks like unless they can get a turnaround here and get this midpoint, Cheese Enema is going to be out of the game and Jellynecks is going to win.
They can't get the midpoint because Peoples has a revive, unfortunately. So they won't be able to get the capture on this. So that is going to be a good game, unfortunately.
Wait, is it?
See.
Oh. Oh, no,
What?
it's not. They're still in it.
Did Peoples... Oh, Peoples had Exhaust and not Garrison. I thought he had a Garrison. Well, that changes things entirely. Crowd going down right there, and then MMKH as well. Looks like Annie retreating up to this top point because there are minions up there. She does take care of them. Bottom point down here is neutral. Looks like they're going to get that back, and they're barely going to stay in this game. I made a bad call there, guys. I'm sorry about that. I thought Peoples had a Garrison, but it looks like the top point is going to get neutraled. And can Crowd get there in time? I don't know. Uh-oh, not with J4 in the way. Cataclysm says, no, you can't reach that point.
That was so crazy. Oh my goodness.
So Jellynecks is going to go on to the next game. They're going to go on to the finals to face someone. We don't know who yet. We will find out as soon as I get a chance to refresh the bracket. J4 with the You Shall Not Pass there in that game. And...
Damage dealt to champions. Oh my goodness. Teemo, scary.
Alright. Let's take a look at the damage. The damage, guys.
No, lots of craziness from...
I don't need this one. I just wanted that for the other game. I'll just go to graphs. Damage dealt to Teemo. Teemo! That's 65,000 for him and 50k for Rumble. That's an excessive amount of DPS. Shroom Lord, Talith PA is even in the chat. Man, that's a little crazy right there. So we are going to have another game coming up right after this one.